Professor Marvel, crowned heads of Europe. What does that mean? That means the elite. That means the fake royals. That means the people who are in charge of this, in charge of all countries and running all countries while they know the source of creation and all of the science of Egypt, which is based on magnetism and the electromagnetic frequency of your brain. And this world that we live in is all based on your imagination. Whatever you believe, that is what is going to be true. That is what is going to manifest. And they use the elements of the universe, the deities, the melanin god energies, to solidify and create whatever they want other people to think, do, be, act, and control, as well as destroy people, destroy things, and understand the science of destruction, basically, like the atom bomb, atom. The atom bomb is based on atum, the energy of atum, but it is also, the word nuke is an ancient deity name. Okay, they have called it a nuke, but, I don't know if that's exactly correct, but the word nuke is an ancient deity. Now, what is that relating to? Nuclear bomb, a nuke, a nuclear bomb. That deity is the deity of destruction. Let me continue here. So what I'm letting you know is that they're letting you know. It says, acclaimed by the crowned heads of Europe, let him read your past, present, and future in his crystal ball. You have a crystal inside your head also. Okay? The light, the pineal gland, has the elements of a crystal. A crystal holds memory. Crystals hold memory. Everything holds a memory. But I research crystals. They hold an energetic memory. There's equivalent energies for everything on this earth plane. There's equivalent energies for your emotion, for your action, and for the physical object of plastic, metal, rocks, concrete, whatever. There is the energy of that is vibrating, and the molecules have to stick together in order to make this dense level that we live upon. So that is the spiritual energy of melanin doing that. Now, the ancients, they personified those energies. Why? So you could understand it today. They didn't have to, if you're already a god, you already know how things operate. You don't need to define it and write it down. They only started doing that at a dispensation thousands and thousands of years when they knew that the hybrid beast was going to take over and black people, the original people, were going to fall into such a dense state they wouldn't even know that they're gods, and all knowledge would be taken from them. That is why you have the pyramids. That's one reason why you have the pyramids and things painted on walls and all kinds of artifacts like that. They didn't have it before. So this here is letting you know that the crowned heads, those are the people wearing a fake crown. That's representing your crown chakra. That's representing the light inside your pineal gland, which only you have. Only original indigenous melanated people have that. That represents your soul light. And that represents all of your chakras together, which is the colors of the rainbow, which manifest on this earth plane as a brown or black person, because all those colors together logically create a dark color. You are brown because of the colors of your chakra, which are the multiplicity of energies that govern the universe. I know I'm saying things very strongly, but I'm trying to convey some very secret truths to you. So again, this is talking about the people that run this world wearing fake crowns. Royal, they use the color blue, right? Blue black, really. It's blue black. That is representing you. You have the blue black blood. Your blood is actually a lot darker than you think it is. It's inside your body, it's dark. It's a very dark color. But when it comes in contact with air, I forgot where I learned this, but when it comes in contact with air, it turns red. I can't read what else it says. Also juggling, sleight of hand. Okay. All right. So it says juggling. I have very good eyes. It says juggling, and that he also does juggling and sleight of hand, which is illusions of magic. You know, you're so quick with your hands, people miss. You know, that's another thing to point out. You think what you see is real. Somebody can trick you right in front of their face, right in front of your face. You know, they do the ball trick, the ball's up under the cans. You can't even follow that. They do disappearing acts and putting objects in their sleeves, and you can't even follow that with your own eyes. That's how blind you are, literally. So anyway, this is part 1. I'm going to record where she talks to the professor, and I'm going to slow it down because the decoding that I did, this is before I even looked at the movie again. And it says exactly what I said. It mentions Osiris.
Well, house guest, huh? And who might you be? No, now don't tell me. Let's see, you're traveling in disguise. No, that's all right. You're going on a visit. No, I'm wrong. You're running away.
How did you get it?
Professor Marvel never guesses. He knows. Now, why are you running away? No, don't tell me. They don't understand you at home. They don't appreciate you. You want to see other lands, big cities, big mountains, big oceans.
Why, it's just like you could read what was inside of me.
Yeah.
Oh, Toto, that's not polite. We haven't been asked yet.
He's perfectly welcome. As one dog to another, huh? Yeah, now let's see, where were we?
Okay, now, realize that he's calling himself a dog. As one dog to another. I mean, you, look, everything is said for a reason. There is not anything in any movie that is not said for a reason. So don't think that I am reaching or anything. They don't put any line in any movie for nothing. If anything, they are cutting and cutting and cutting out a lot of words. Now, if they put that in there, there's a reason. Like a dog. Smelling like a dog. Smelling like sulfur. And I think that's mentioned in here too. It's actually mentioned in here because I'm actually reading this story. I'm doing an audio only because I like the story. And I remember reading about sulfur. The witch In the scene of the Wicked Witch, they talk about her smelling like sulfur, or they mention sulfur.
Oh, please, Professor, why can't we go with you and see all the crowned heads of Europe?
Do you know any? Oh, you mean the...
And I want to tell you something. I learned this from Dr. Laila Africa. He said that they have a sulfur smell. And I'm not going to get into personal stories, but I have interacted with a lot of different types of people. Many different types of people. Very personally, closely as friends. And you know yourself, I mean, you should know that everybody has like a smell, a scent. And I mean, I'm telling you honestly, Chinese people have a smell. I'm not saying it's a bad smell. I'm just saying there's a scent. There's a certain smell. I cannot tell my own smell because you can't smell yourself. You can never smell yourself. You're always around yourself. You can never smell yourself. You can smell other people. And also, I want to tell you that Dr. Laila Africa said that their senses are much lower. They cannot taste the flavors that you can taste. That is why most of their food is bland and they can't cook. That goes for all hybrid people. And I can attest to that by experience of eating a wide variety of foods directly from the native person. Indian people, they have melanin, so they are cooking with very high flavor, you know? I love Indian food. But I'm just pointing out to you, the senses are more dulled. They can't taste as much. They can't, their sight goes bad early on. They don't have a sense of feeling. That's why they are into drugs and stuff so much. To try to get some kind of feeling. As well as gratification through perversion. So let's keep going on here to get to the point of this.
I never do anything. Go inside.
All right, so he goes to the crystal ball.
That's right, yeah. Sit right down here. That's it. This
No, notice he has a skull.
genuine.
Wait a minute. No, look at the skull. He has a skull right above his door. Why would he have a skull above his door? I'm going to let you know why. Not necessarily why. That is the skull of an indigenous person. That's why he has that skull up there, because your melanin is the fabric of the universe, and you are the form of alchemy as a person. Then you have nature that is a form of alchemy as a tree, a flower, whatever, grass. But you're all made of the same elements. Every element that is in nature is in you microscopically and spiritually. You need iron, copper, zinc, and the minerals in the earth. You're made of that. By the way, I would encourage you to drink that. Like you put some copper. Copper will raise your electromagnetic field. It will increase the circulation, and it will increase the electrical vibration of your cells. The ancestors revealed that to me. That is why people wear jewelry. Jewelry is really supposed to be made of copper, and it increases your electromagnetic field. That's the true purpose of so-called jewelry. Now, notice what name is now used in front of the word jewelry, and who runs that entire business, industry, operation, and factory production of exploiting the natural rocks in the earth that is available in as abundant as dirt. Excuse me, but you are paying an exorbitant amount of it just for a little tiny piece. Let's see what else he has in here. This is an African mask. It's a black person's face. It's an African mask. If you look, okay, you see the designs there? That represents the DNA, the chaos and the dynamic diversity of the DNA springing from the black dot and growing outwardly as the flower of life. One representation of the flower of life. But this skull here, make a note of that. That they can use any part of your body to perform a ritual or energize what their intention is, as well as put a spell on you, of course. But if you haven't heard of Bones and Skulls, Skull and Bones, of Princeton, you need to research that. Let's continue here, part 3.
Used by the priests of Isis and Osiris in the days of the pharaohs of Egypt, in which Cleopatra first saw the approach of Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and...
Alright, so this is part 4. Let's read this again. Let's read it. I'm going to read it.
Right down here. That's it.
Oh, shoot. Alright. This is the same genuine magic, authentic crystal. Let me make this slower. This is the same genuine magic, authentic crystal used by the priest of Isis and Osiris in the days of the pharaohs. Now, what is he telling you? He's letting you know the origin of so-called magic, but actually that is the science of the universe. That is the science of the universe. Isis is the on the earth plane is the great mother, okay? She's a form of the great mother. Osiris is the masculine counterpart to Isis, and Osiris is the masculine energy of life, birth, death, and destruction, as well as Isis. And I'm just now realizing that. They're both the same. They're the masculine principle and the feminine principle of life, death, birth, and recreation. Now, Osiris, the moon represents, the moon is the celestial chakra of Isis. Isis is the personification of that energy. That means, if you don't know what personification means, it means that you give a human form to something. Just like in Disney, the broomsticks, when they have the flowers talking and nature talking, that is personifying nature. That is giving them qualities of a human being. In order for you to relate, because you are a human being, then the ancients personified the energies in animal form. That is why Isis is a cat. She's not just a woman's face, because people change. People change. Your DNA changes. You can't say that this is the exact face. They use animals because animals are a reflection of the energetic, emotional senses in you. And a cat is very loving, nurturing, giving, helpful, always there, wanting to care, wanting love, being loving, rubbing on you, and all kinds of stuff, right? That is the feminine energy. That is why there's derogatory names using the cat as a derogatory sexual object. You know, calling your private part the letter P, referring to the cat. But all of that has to do with Isis, represented as a cat for the animal archetype, and then just the Great Mother as a person. So you got Isis and Osiris. These are basically the masculine and feminine energies. It's not about marriage, because that didn't exist. Marriage is a government contract. So, and then the Horus is the child. So you have Isis, Osiris, and Horus. And don't you see how they have a nice ring to it? Their names match. Their names flow together. That is the balance of the universe. Everything flows together. Isis, Osiris, Horus. Those are the three main energies. Isis is the moon. Osiris is a bigger sun, hundreds of times bigger than the one we see here. But he only comes around every 26,000 years. And Horus is your pineal gland. The creation of the masculine and feminine create a third, and that's why the number 3 is called by this fake Telsa guy as the number of creation and so powerful. Because 3 is masculine, feminine, and child, and then it multiplies outwardly. So you got 3, 6, 9. So let me stop talking about that. I think I made my point though about this. I just showed you the evidence of them mentioning Isis and Osiris. This is no joke. And if you think it's a joke, how can I be explaining it to you based on this movie from the doggone 30s? What does that tell you? How long have they known this information? Since the 1800s. You look up Madame Blavatsky, who is a quote-unquote occultist. And by the way, occult, that word in ancient papyrus and Bobby Hemmett's research, in one of his lectures, he let you know that used to be the name for melanin. That used to be the name for melanin. Occultism. So, I think I made my point. In which this is all gobbledygook. Cleopatra first saw the approach of Julius Caesar. All of this is bullshit. And Mark Antony. It's all bullshit to create a fake Greek that basically came in and stole all the fortunes and knowledge from ancient Egypt. But all that was just the Roman government, the same people that are running the world right now, the Vatican, and some other small country I won't even mention. So I think, I think I've explained everything. So that will end maybe part 6 or something. So I've shown you the evidence. I'm still going to add on the rest of the decoding. But this, I had to jump on this and show you the video directly. Because even the decoding that you're going to hear from me, I didn't even remember this part of the movie. So it is confirming exactly what I said about the decoding. So anyway, that ends this little segment.